Okay, my next guests are savvy entrepreneurs whose love of cupcakes spawned a successful business and a reality TV series. Here to share their secrets on how to turn your business dreams into reality. Please welcome the stars of the Cupcake Girls, Vancouver's Heather White and Lori Joyce.
Thank you.
There you are.
Thank you.
Okay, now I'm looking at all this stuff, and I thought, you don't know how to bake? You didn't know how to bake?
I still didn't know how to bake.
You still didn't know how to bake. So what inspired you to do it?
It was actually just, we hated the fact that we were constantly talking about starting a business. It was the right idea at the right time. So why not?
So why cupcakes all of a sudden? Like, what made you go to cupcakes?
Oh, okay. Well, the short version.
The
short version is we were working in New York. We were working at Ground Zero. And I took Heather to Magnolia Bakery, purely to get a cupcake. I love cupcakes.
What's Magnolia Bakery all about?
It's a very, very famous bakery in the village. Mom and pop, but they were very well known for their cupcakes. In the cab, we downed 4 cupcakes really quickly, and Heather was like,
She down for
this is what we should do. And we constantly, you know, typical girlfriends, right? We talked about business, starting business for years. And I was like, but we don't bake. We've never worked in the food industry. What are you talking about? And I didn't get it at first. It took me about 4 months. And it was just, why not? You know, whether you're making shirts or cupcakes, it's just a business, right?
Now, you're friends, so isn't that kind of dangerous territory?
Friends.
Your best friend's dangerous territory to get into business together?
Well, that's friends.
It's one of the
22
rules.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been friends.
It's one of the rules that we broke.
Yeah.
For
And you also said you vowed to each other when you started this business up that you would not marry in the first 5 years of this business.
No
babies.
marriage, no kids.
No marriage, no kids.
We didn't want any distractions from the business.
Yeah.
You know, we had to keep our eye on the prize at that point, and we really wanted to do this well.
So
and
now,
see it through.
Now are you married, having kids?
Yes.
Family changed? How's the
Well,
dynamics
that's
of
kind
the
of a
business?
secret on my side.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, season 3, as you know, airs on the W Network Wednesday. Yeah, no, I'm trying to hide it. Wednesday, with back-to-back episodes starting at 8.
Yeah.
And there's lots of reveals. Like, so much has changed this year.
Okay.
And you see it all in season 3. It's like, it's all right
Well,
there.
when you go back and look at season 1, do you go, oh my gosh, I wish I would have done this differently or that differently? Do you look at that?
Season 1, we were so naive and just new to the camera idea, and they just captured everything.
Yeah.
Like, I really, to us, season 1's our favorite.
Is it?
I
Yeah,
did
it's
in
very
vitro,
raw.
and I have a beautiful son as a result of it, so I could never say that.
Very good, very good. Well, let's take a look at a scene from season 3 of the Cupcake Girls. Please watch.
This was all about your wedding. It was no longer that wedding sales are down. Have you totally lost your mind?
Nope. When high-end brides see my vision as to what I'm going to do, they're all going to be calling me up and saying, I want those at my wedding.
Did you forget the business that you're in?
Nope. We're in the business of cupcakes.
We're in the business of making money.
Don't let her uninspire you.
When you're doing R&D and your sales are down, it's really hard to create new product.
In order to make money, you need to spend money.
Whoa! 22 years of friendship, right? 22 years. And now, we're going to talk about the 5 keys to success, but I mean, your friendship, I mean, has it ever been close to exploding?
Close?
I mean, like
Many times.
Many times.
Come on, we're real.
Many
Of
times.
course.
Right,
I mean, when
A lot
you
of doors slamming.
when you start a business
bakery.
with no baking experience and no business plan and no money, there's going to be some major fights.
Okay,
For
all
sure.
right. 5 keys to success. You say, first, turn your passion into profit.
Well, if you want to
Talk
stay
us-
open, you need to.
Yeah, and it's gotta be
Absolutely.
passion,
And
yeah.
the one thing that I was really getting to that is, like, every single day we jump out of bed and we're very excited about what we do.
Yeah,
You know, we love going to work. It's not about, okay, now we're driving to our 9 to 5. It doesn't feel like that at all. It's like there's always new experiences, there's new things to do.
It's not a job, it's a
No,
career.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
and it's
It's
kind
a
of
more
passion.
than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of embarrassing because we still 10 years later. I mean, this month we're celebrating our 10-year anniversary.
Yeah.
And
We survived.
And we still are the first people. We call each other first. Where are we meeting for coffee? And if we can't meet for coffee, it's like, really?
Every
What do you
morning.
mean?
Every morning, every night. My husband's always like, really? Are you talking to Lori again? Didn't you just leave her?
You got it.
Yeah.
And you say number 2, keys to success, know your strengths and weaknesses. And
Absolutely.
what's your biggest weakness?
Mine, for sure.
Yeah.
The financial back end, for sure. The back end. That was the
Knowing
one
your
thing
numbers.
that I wish I knew going into it. Really having a bookkeeping or accounting background would have helped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Heather?
I think probably I can be a little bit quick to be intolerable about things, especially in the business. I've learned over the years, you really got to let things roll.
Right.
Well,
right.
the funny
Really have
thing
to.
is that we're almost opposites. So my strength was her weakness, and we helped each other with that.
Which is great.
I was going to say that too. Yeah.
Yeah,
a good point.
exactly. That's point number 3. Know your strengths and weaknesses. Did you know that? Did you know that going in? Because sometimes you don't see someone's weaknesses or strengths until you're immersed in the situation.
Well, this is funny because we wrote out our roles and responsibilities year 1.
Yeah.
And it's funny because once we wrote them out, it's like they completely switched.
Yeah.
It's like we could have just changed the names on the top of the paper, and you don't know until you're immersed in your business what the business is all about and where your strengths and weaknesses are. And we do, and we complement each other. I mean, she'll call me out on all my weaknesses as I will do the same to her. And that's a good partnership. Right?
And you need to take advantage of the partnership, so we're kind of divide and conquer, right? Get things done that way.
Number 4, trust your partner and balance responsibilities. That's another, key tip.
You have to trust.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, we have to know that we're both doing what's best for the business and the decisions we are making. I know that she put her signature beside it as well as I would.
Yeah.
Well, the way we look at it, too, is, I mean, it's like we were married. And you got to trust your partner. It's like a marriage that way.
And you have to balance life and work for sure. That's not easy to do. You know, it really, so you have to have an understanding partner for sure. You have to have that. And then you have to build a strong bond.
Yeah.
Okay, explain what that means. Because in words, it's like, yeah, okay, it's going to happen, but you have to build it.
No, what it means is essentially 9 to 5, we're business partners, and we'll say whatever we need to do, what's best for the business entirely.
Yeah. It's not personal.
Whether we agree or disagree, and then at 5 o'clock, it's like, let's go to a movie.
Yeah.
And it's
Don't
totally
know that
personal.
women are trained to feel that, you have that
Turning
acumen.
it on and off.
Yeah.
You know, going from business to personal is very difficult. It took us a long time to figure that out. Year 1 to 3, it was always a battle. And it was a battle because you got to remember, you have 2 chefs in the kitchen, right? And we're both, you know, the end result was still the same, but we had to figure out who was doing what and who was going to, you know, do it best at that part.
What's your number 1 seller? I'm looking at this. I'm like, I want to sit there and watch you on TV and go like this.
Pink on
yeah,
top.
I know. I like this. I'm going, Okay, what else? But really,
Oh, that's caramella. That's dangerous.
That's filled with caramel.
so are you opening a franchise in Toronto?
We will be shortly. Yes, we can't wait.
That is so. We can't wait.
Yeah.
But we love the fact you're doing that.
That's what we were doing yesterday. We were driving around looking for locations.
Really, really. And tell me about some famous people who've walked in through your doors.
Well,
and their favorite things.
Recently.
Yeah.
Well, Renee Russo became a good friend of ours through the Cupcakes, and we love her.
Renee Russo.
Lucy
Lou, yeah,
Big
was
time,
a huge fan.
Lucy Lou
The
eats
Rock.
cupcakes?
Yeah.
Because she's so skinny.
Cosmopolitan 6-pack every day, and I'm not joking.
Yeah.
She ate
She's
them.
like, I'm taking these to the crew. I'm like, Lucy, seriously, you're here every day. Your crew doesn't want cupcakes that much.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite cupcake?
Mine for sure, coconut. The one right there with the coconut.
Okay,
Cream
and-
cheese is delicious.
Okay, and yours?
Yeah,
is there
well,
any
it's a
other?
real toss-up because I love coconut, but also red velvet is amazing.
Very good. Well, it's really nice talking to you.
Yeah.
Thanks to both of you. Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much.
having us.
Congratulations. So good. Can't wait to open the store. Tomorrow, The Real Housewives of Vancouver and Grammy Award-winning singer Melanie Fiona. See you tomorrow, everybody. Oh, my God. Oh, it's so good. Good for you guys. I could have taken a little one, but no.
Guests of the Marilyn Denis Show stay at the Intercontinental Toronto Centre Hotel in downtown